Do you want to intro it again? You did a good job the first time.
I did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
Hello, party people. Welcome to Mentoring Marisa, the show where Marisa is mentored by Senpai Norton.
That's correct. Today, after using flashes many times, I figured I would show you how to use them.
Yes.
We've been talking about like where to put the lights and how to shoot and stuff, just to kind of get to flow, because sometimes the technical stuff can be a little bit boring. But ultimately, Marisa's going to need to know how to work all the equipment, right? So we're just going to go through it and just show you basically how to set the radio system with the TTL. It's pretty basic, so I'm sure you'll get it right away, but it's important to know. So this is a Profoto B10 kit. Cliff, Marisa would like a kit, so if you want to send one over.
Yes, Cliff, please.
It's like in a little backpack. So I put this in there because I like it. What's cool about the B10s, by the way, is that they you can plug them in and use them at the same time, even though they're battery powered. Like some battery powered lights, you can't do that. So I always keep this little extension cord here because I might want to run them, but we're not going to worry about that right now. There's two different things here. You've got groups and you've got channels when you're dealing with these kind of things, right? So groups are like your letters, A, B, C, D. Channels are 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. Mm-hmm. So I always put tape on mine so I can see from a distance what one they are. Even though it does say it on the back, I can't see that well. So for me, I put tape on it so I always know. Also, it allows me to, I put the tape on the battery as well. So like this is the A guy. This is the A light. There's A on the battery, A there. That way I'm always using the same battery with the same light. So if I run into any issues, I'll be able to track that down. We'll just use one to start with though. So it's already charged up. The other component that we have here is, in this neat little bag, is the remote. This is called an Air TTL remote because it allows you to do TTL, which is through the lens metering. It allows you to basically shoot automatic. This is the Nikon one. Since I have a Nikon camera, you would get it by the camera, and you can see you got A, B, C there. Right?
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay, so we've got. Nobody saw that.
It was on purpose.
They use AA batteries, AAA batteries, by the way.
These matte monstrosities?
No. The remote.
Oh, I was supposed to say, I was like, what?
So always keep battery. No, that's a good question. See, there we go. Skipping over important stuff. So here's the battery. Again, the power to charge it thing is right there. If you see a little button.
Yeah.
Yep. So if you were to plug it in while you were shooting, it would charge while you're shooting, which is really cool. But you can also charge it off the thing. And inside here, we can see that there's a test to see how much battery is in there. So that's fully charged.
Nice.
Yeah, super easy. Put it back on. Oops, did it backwards. Good to go. Always good to hit it like that. Oh, there you go. Perfect. All right, so turn this bad boy on. Then hold down that button. That should turn on. There you go. So it says 6.5. That's how much power out of 9. I think maybe 10 on this one. Turn that to turn at 10. This is how much the battery is charged, so we can see that. And this is 3, which is our channel B. So that corresponds here. If we look at our remote, we've got channel 3, that way A, B, and C. So we want to control this light. We just press B, and it goes there.
So what does channel, like what's
So the reason why you'd have different channels is if you had, like, let's say multiple photographers shooting, let's say in a big studio, so you're not on somebody else's channel.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so if you're somewhere and somebody's firing your lights, because we're in New York and a lot of people use Profoto, you would just change the channel. Or like say if you had a big studio where you had multiple photographers, or like at weddings, for instance, you have 2 wedding photographers that want to. You can
Interesting. So someone else's remote could link to your light?
100%, yeah.
Oh, so you could just prank somebody, and you could. Good to know.
This is something that we've done in the past, yes. So yeah, if you want to mess with people, you can do that, but don't do that, kids, or do it. Yeah, so I always use, nowadays, I'm not going to tell you what channel I use. I always use channel 3 because I think everybody buys these and leaves them on channel 1 when they're new. So people on channel 1 always get people firing their lights. So on channel 3, nobody fires lights. Right. If I want to do a test firing of the light, I just press the test button. Boop.
Ooh, that's bright.
Full power, right? And yeah, you turn it down. You can turn it down there, or you can turn it down here. So I'm in the B, right? So if I press this, just press it quickly, you'll see it'll go down 1/10 the time. But if you hold it for a second, it goes down in big chunks.
Oh.
Yep. So each one of these big numbers here, not the percentage, is 1 stop of light. So 1 stop of light, if you think of it as, if you add a stop of light, you double, and if you take a stop away, you cut it in half. So if you do half power on this light, half power is not 5, half power is 9, right? Because full power, and then when you go down 1 stop, that cuts the power in half.
Oh.
Right. Yeah. So that's important to know because people sometimes go, oh, half power, 5. Yeah, so 5 is actually, somebody do the math out there and write in the comments what 5 is. But yeah, so that's half power. And if I want half of that, so a quarter power, I'd go to an 8.
Interesting.
Right, and then half
so it
of
goes
that.
down, well, like, way more from 10 to 9 versus like 2 to 1.
That's right. As far as power, it will always go down. It goes down in the same proportion, but the amount of power is way less. That's true. So I've got it in manual right now. So manual is we're just controlling it, right? So if we want to put it in TTL, we just simply hit the button right there.
So that would adjust based on the light in the space?
That's right. So then as we're going to adjust, when we go to take a picture, we set our camera and it will give us the proper exposure, but you still see there's adjustments here. That's for ratios. So if we're using more than one light and we want, let's say, our background light to be brighter, let's say the B is the background light, we could turn this one up, let's say 6/10, and it will be brighter than the A light, even though they'll both adjust for the scene.
That makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah,
because you probably want like the front light to be brighter than the hair light. So
Right. You know, however you want to do it. It really kind of depends on the situation. So we'll get into that maybe in another video more deeply. I just want to do an overview.
That makes sense.
So here we've got sync, which is where the flash fires. I think we talked about this briefly. You've been in videos where we've done it. First curtain means that the flash fires and then the shutter opens at the same time. Second curtain means, or rear curtain means that the shutter opens and then like when you do a drag, and then the flash fires at the end. So you in an icon, you change that in the camera. So we don't change that here. There's no button there. You see there's no button next to it. So for the remote itself, that's it. That's all you really need. So if you wanted to set this up, so go ahead, put it up on a stand.
So first sync means it goes with a shutter.
That's right. So, as soon as you press the button. Go ahead and put this up on the light stand. Well, you could do it that way, but you probably want to do it the other way.
I see.
Yeah. I have it folded in half so that it fits. Nope, the other way. There you go. Yeah, I bent it in half so it fit in the bag better. You're going the wrong way. But now I get you all kinds of confused. I did that on purpose. I had to set her up for failure. I had to.
Well, yeah. He has to make it look like he's teaching me.
Yeah, right. There you go. Now if you turn this knob, you can adjust this.
Nice.
Okay, good. There you go. So you're set up now, right? So if you were to take a camera, we have a camera. I do not have it tethered, so people will not be able to see these awesome pictures that Marisa's about to take. But if we put the remote on top, right, we can, we'll just set whatever we want, 5, 6, or 200. And now when you fire the camera in TTL, this B light will fire and it should give you a proper exposure. Go ahead and take a picture of it.
Oh, wait. Okay, so I did miss the... So just locking it in makes it automatically connect?
That's right.
Oh,
It's easy
so easy.
Yep.
What?
Yeah, so go ahead and take a picture of the audience. Smile, guys. There you go.
Wait a second. So you don't have to like plug it into anything or press any buttons?
That's a good question. The reason why you are plugging it in, because the bottom of the remote has connectors.
Fascinating.
Yeah, that's why this is an icon remote. And you see the shoe looks like that.
Interesting.
Yep, so you put it on. And actually, you notice how dark that got? Because the camera knows there's no flash on it now. So it's giving no exposure. Like that's the exposure in the room with no flash.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
And then we put the flash on. It knows that the flash is going to give you the proper exposure, so it does that.
I remember you doing that in the Autorama demo.
Yeah, but yeah, so here we go, take a picture of the audience. Boom, right? And now if we look at it, there you go. It's beautiful. You guys are beautiful.
You guys are stunning.
You didn't smile next time.
Yeah, it smiles.
Yeah, smiles. Right? So simple as that, right? It now. The one final thing that you have to know to be a photographer is how to do a softbox, how to make a softbox.
The moment has come.
Speed ring.
Thank you.
Marisa's actually made a softbox before, she told me.
If I can't do this, then I don't deserve.
She deserves it all, but go ahead. Yeah, so when you're making a softbox, the real trick to it is, when you got your speed ring, you want to put if it's a rectangle or a square softbox, that is, you want to put opposite corners in first. It's going to be way easier. A lot of times you see people stick just two in that are next to each other, but the problem with doing that is then when you bring the other ones around, you're going to twist the rods and they can sometimes bend. So if you do opposite sides, it's usually easier.
Yeah.
It seems like it's harder when you're first doing it, but once you're in, you're good to go. Oh, she's got it. She's got this, guys. So if there's something else you want to see us do in a future video, let us know.
Just cut it as I'm making the softbox. Struggling.
We're going to come back next time. You're still going to make it.
Oh my gosh, my arms are so weak. Okay.
You got it? There you go. Yeah, bend the wrist. That's it. It's not about strength. It's about technique. There you go. There it is.
Bend the wrist. Okay, now I got it.
Yep, now we can do it.
Look at
Now, once you're there, it's much easier. Once you get the first one, and that one goes in, the last one is...
Ah, see, piece of cake.
Yeah, exactly. And then the trick is once you get them all in, she'll get it in a second.
Oh,
remember, use the wrist strike. There you go. There you go. Once you get them all in, then just kind of adjust, right? Because now that they're in, just take your hand and kind of go like this. Yeah, you got it. There you go. No, not there. Oh, you could do it that way, I suppose. All right. And then to put it on the light.
That's my workout for today.
Right. And then we're going to put it on the light. So Profoto has this little clip here. You want to unclip it to make it loose. We'll put it on the light, and we'll clip it down.
Fancy. Because Profoto's the best. Please sponsor me.
I clipped it again, didn't I?
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, no, I didn't. No, you're right. I did it properly. There you go. And a lot of people ask how far back to slide it. Just slide it until the front of the light, so you can put your fingers inside, is right inside. Yeah.
Do Profotos get hot? Like,
no, I mean, not really. It has an LED modeling light.
oh, okay.
So it gets a little bit warm, but not so much that you'd have a problem. And in fact, this is a really good question. There are different kinds of softboxes. There are ones that are made for video that are made to take the extreme heat of like video lights. This is not one of those. So if you put this on a video light, it would melt. So this is for flash, this softbox. So now, because we have TTL, go ahead. Yeah, I know, Charlie. You're going to point it at me and you're going to take...
Now we're going to take a portrait of this lovely model, Daniel Norton, and I'm going to use what I've learned.
Yeah, there we go. This is important. We're not going to be tethered here, guys, so I'll drop it in later. Like you see, it'll be like fully retouched. My hair will be blowing in the wind. There'll be smoke in the background.
You don't need any retouching. Naturally beautiful.
Right. Oh.
I'm going to, you know.
It's a softball. What are you going to do? Hang it over top of me? Oh, God. I mean, luckily it is a softbox, so if it lands on my head, it'll be soft.
How do we? Oh.
There you go. That's certainly one way to do it.
Well, hang on.
Oh, there you go. Nice. She's got this. Where we should tether.
Oh, ye of little faith. Okay.
So much faith.
Don't worry, it's gonna look good. Trust me.
I'm feeling
You say it's a baby.
I'm feeling positive about it.
Okay. Okay, Daniel.
All right. Good. This is good. Center light. You're gonna do like beauty
A
light?
Neutrogena commercial.
Yeah, there we go. Neutrogena. Okay.
I'm a little nervous about your glasses, but. Ooh, sorry. Is this a wide-angle lens that you have on here? I think it is.
So I should maybe open my mouth. You're not tethered.
Oh, I'm not tethered.
Now should I tether it?
Let
People are
me
gonna want to see this. Let me tether. Make sure it's good because the audience is
Ooh,
gonna see
it's
it.
something.
So in order to tether, because I've never gone over. Oh yeah, that's not terrible. That's pretty much what it looks like.
But it looks like wide, doesn't it?
It is wide, yeah. So on the side of the camera, where you've got all your attachments, the USB is where the tether goes. So there's a USB up here, boop. And then this little guy here, which is the jerk stopper that stops all jerks.
I should use that when I go out.
So yeah, it's a zoom lens. So 24/70, so you zoop, now you're not wide angle anymore.
I need a jerk stopper next time.
You go stand back there though.
Yep.
Because now you get a longer lens. There you go. Make me look good. Make me look fabulous for my social profiles.
Ooh, stunning. Okay, no. Okay, wait. Do straight on. Yes, that's what I need. The fierceness. Oh, the smiles. You got the smiles. Beauteous. Beauteous, Daniel. And then we'll do one. There we go. Keep
Oh,
it.
that's nice. Oh, yeah.
Hey!
I gotta tell you, that's not terrible.
I learned from the best.
So that's in TTL, right? So that did a pretty good job. Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, that's an excellent model. I'll totally put that on my
Look at that.
right profiles.
You got the chicken neck.
I got the chicken neck thing going on, so I don't like, I don't have a double chin. I don't have a double chin, I have one giant chin.
Okay, then we have to do one.
Oh.
Wait, we need the flash.
Okay. Nice. And they're in it as well. All right, you guys are in there. Okay, so that'll be the good shot. So yeah, questions? That seemed like a work.
I think I got it. Yeah. It was much easier than I thought it was going to be because this just slid right in.
Technology is really good. So the one thing I didn't cover, which I think is we'll get into a little more as we go, is that typically what you want to do is use a TTL the way it is to get yourself a basic exposure, and then you can switch to manual.
Okay.
Because what happens
to switch to manual, I just press
exactly.
the button?
Because once you switch to manual, it stays where it's at.
It's not going to change
right.
on you.
And then if you make any changes, it'll stay locked in. So that's like the trick there, guys. If you have lights that do that, some lights do it, some don't. But if you're fortunate enough to have lights that do it, then that's a great way to set up because you don't have to take a lot of time, messing around with your TTL. You can kind of just get it close to where you want it, and then just switch to manual and make final adjustments. Cool. Let us know what else you'd like to see. What would you like to see Marisa photograph or learn about? What would you like to see me foolishly do as the model? And anything else? Do we want to announce any announcements?
I'm announcing that we're having a good time.
So
And we'll see you next.
Yeah, we'll put our information in the description.
Announcing the end of this video.
This will be the end of the video. Follow, ring bells, do the things that you do, and we'll see you later.